Hey YouTube, take two here. We tried a YouTube live, but had some drama going on out front. It was a little loud, so all right, whatever. Here we go. My top three cartoons that kind of inspired me to draw as a kid. Number three is Garfield by Jim Davis. Love the way the Garfield cartoon looked. It's clean line quality. It's funny cartoons. It's gags. And who hasn't always had a cat just kind of turn its back on you? And you got the dog Odie. Jim Davis even said sometimes that's him, you know, in the cartoon. I just love the way it looked. It looked inviting. It looked friendly. It looked funny. And I resonated with it. We always had well, not always, but we had a cat growing up, and I could see a lot of these. I could see a lot of this stuff happen. So Garfield was my number three, and what a classic newspaper cartoon that you would see. You know, I mean, funny stuff. There's a lot of other cartoons that inspired me, but these are the ones that I happen to have the books here, and I wanted to show you. So Garfield is number three. Number two. Dun, dun, dun. The Far Side by Gary Larson. If you don't know The Far Side, you should. If you don't know The Far Side, you're probably a lot younger than me. So, The Far Side was a newspaper cartoon that is kind of odd, a little bit quirky. This was, let me see if I can get a date here, 1982 to 86. And when you have your foreword written by, this guy, I think you've made it. So check out that foreword if you want. The Far Side has a lot to do with animals, a lot to do with, you know, dogs coming down underground while nuclear bombs are going off. That's one of my favorite ones on here. Here comes here Fifi, and she's got the blockade there and the doggy door. Gary was a little bit tortured by his brother. His brother used to lock him in the basement and turn the lights off and say, "They're coming for you, Gary. They're coming for you." And so, again, vampires, dreams where you're falling, you know, beetles, having conversation. You idiot. I said, get the room freshener. That's insecticide. Leonardo da Vinci. Who doesn't resonate with that in the 70s and 80s? This is a reference to, used to see those drawing competitions in magazines and newspapers that said, draw me and send it in to this address, and then they'd send you stuff, sending you to art school or giving you an art correspondence course, stuff like that. So to put Leonardo da Vinci into that's pretty cool without even drawing Leonardo. You just drew his sleeve. I love this. Guess who? This is my favorite, one of my favorites. Notice, you must be as tall as this sign to attack the city. A lot of monster references. Let's see what else. There's so many good ones. You're mine, all mine. Yeah. There's one that says how birds see the world, and it's like targets on them. Stay off the dog. A lot of dinosaurs, but yeah, Gary is great. It was a good interview. Only like one interview on YouTube with Gary Larson. I suggest you watch it if you're into this kind of art. Another honorable mention that reminds me of this type of art is Gahan Wilson. Gahan Wilson is another one. I have 2 or 3 of his books. I'm getting bit up here. Okay, so and the number one cartoons that really did it for me that made me want to draw. I mean, come on. Can you guess? Put in the comments. What do you think it is? What do you think number 1 is? Well, being a child of the 80s, yeah, it's Garbage Pail Kids. Not necessarily a cartoon strip, but definitely a cartoon. By arts. John Pound was the airbrush artist, I believe, and this book is awesome. It's even got a stick of gum in the back. I've done videos on this, guys. Garbage Pail Kids, if you're not a child of the 80s, maybe you never heard of these things, but these were taken away from us by the teachers. Take them, man, they're yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Garbage Pail Kids. That's Atom Bomb. Got a whole intro here on it. They originally looked like this. So I remember these Nasty Nick. One of these is worth a lot of money. I think it's Nasty Nick, actually. Junk Food John. I mean, these are just things I remember seeing. Upchuck. And they had Frying Brian, Electric Bill. Atom Bomb, Blasted Billy, Stormy Heather. I mean, this is all series 1. Sorry guys, I had somebody in the alley wanting my returnable cans. We put them out there for them. Shout out to you, Inspirational Nomad. TVC, I love this one. Probably one of my favorites. But yeah, that's them. And then they get into series 2, 3, 4, and I think this goes up to 5. So there you have it, the top 3 cartoons that inspired me to draw as a kid. Garfield, The Far Side, and the Garbage Pail Kids. Look at that. Excellent stuff. What's your top cartoon that made you draw? Drop it in the comments, guys. Thanks. See you. Bye.